What's going on, everybody? WILDMAN here, and I'm back in the gym today, and I'm doing a relatively simple bench press, starting off with light reps, but then working up eventually to a 1 rep max with my arch nemesis, that wobbly green bar, which I'll talk about later. As I go up in weight, I'm going to be doing some WILDMAN flags. They're actually called dragon flags, but they're more strict in form, whereas mine is a little bit more momentum. So somebody pointed out to me, so I call them WILDMAN flags. I'm also going to be doing the assault bike in between. I'm only going to show you this once. I'm not going to film it in between. You can see Frank there in the background doing the YMCA, being a cheerleader. I don't know what he was doing, but he was trying to cheer me on, trying to be a good friend. So if you all remember Frank from my old videos, there you go. He's back in the gym, taking a nap, being my cheerleader. Now, this bar is significant to me, and I'll tell you why. It is a difficult bar for me to bench press on. Relatively easy to deadlift with, squat with, and to overhead press with. But for the bench press, this is an Olympic weightlifting bar. So it's a lot more bendy, it's thinner in diameter, and the knurling doesn't match up with a normal barbell. So I kind of had to put a barbell next to it to see where my hands were supposed to go for bench pressing, where I typically put my hands on a barbell, in order to figure out how to properly lift it. Because when you try to follow the knurling, it's too wide for me. And as you know, I like to do a much more closer grip. So it took me a minute to try to find out where to put my hands and where to go up on the bar, but I eventually figured it out by comparing it to another bar. And my plan originally was not to even use this bar in the first place, but I came in and it said something mean to me. I don't know, maybe it said like a cuss word or it called me a name, something like that, but it got my attention. And typically I use this bar for reps. So I mainly use it for like a 6 rep max or a 3 rep max. I rarely use it for a 1 rep max because I really don't see a purpose in it. But it kind of taunted me today. I came into the gym, I had a plan to do bench press with a normal barbell, but this one was right above it and it was just whispering very negative things to me. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to do a 1 rep max with you today and silence you. So that's why I decided to throw it on there today. But it does have its benefits because of its wobbly nature and thinner in diameter. I kind of have to lower it a little bit more slowly than I would a normal barbell. So this makes me have to really concentrate on my form. So my form has to be on point. And that's one of the things I like to train with, is implements that make me have to concentrate a little bit more and focus a little bit more on my chest stabilizers. Now I'm coming up to my top set here, and 315, that's a PR for me on this bar. So I'll take that any day. I was very happy, but I still had more in the tank. So I wanted to make sure that I gave it my all. So doing 335 pounds with this barbell particularly, as it moved relatively slow, that made me very happy. I realized I could do a lot more if I wanted to, but there really isn't a purpose to do that. So once I was done, now I'm using this barbell the way that it was meant to be. I'm going to do the variation giant set, which can be 3 rounds. And I'm going to do a 6 rep max, starting off with 135 and then working up to a 6 rep max within 3 rounds. So that's what I'm going to do with this bar, and I'm only going up 1 click on the bench press. And since this bar is a little bit different than the other barbells, like I've said, it really pumps my chest a lot more. That's why I like to do this. Same reason I like to use the axle bar. The axle bar kind of gives me a different stimulus of the chest. This barbell does the exact same thing. And I'm happy that I did 255 with this bar. I don't think I've ever done 255 on this barbell before, so that seemed to be perfect as well. So things were going my way. And as I was going up in weight, I was continuing to do the WILDMAN flags as I did in the strength giant set. And I also continued to do the assault bike as well. And Frank just sat there the whole time. I don't know what he was doing. Look at him. Now he looks like he was asleep. So I have no idea what Frank was doing this day. Then I just did the accessory giant set because I had to get back to work. So I was doing a 10 rep max on the tricep push down machine, just trying to finish off my triceps. And then I was trying to burn out my chest. So that's relatively lightweight, but I was doing high reps. Just trying to get a really good pump in the chest since I already got some good work with that bar. And also with the band to do face pulls. And that was it. I conquered my arch nemesis, the barbell. Really appreciate everybody stopping by, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.